You're at the supermarket, bending down to pick up a bag that just fell to the floor, and suddenly your back locks up as if someone hit the off switch. Pain shoots down your hip, and your legs feel stiff. It takes a few seconds before you can stand up straight, but that heavy, uncomfortable feeling lingers all day. Or maybe you're playing with your grandchild, just wanting to sit on the floor for a moment and get back up, but your knees start shaking like you've just climbed a mountain. You quietly think to yourself, I'm really not what I used to be. But what's the truth? Research from the National Institute on Aging shows the issue isn't that you're getting old. It's that your muscles, joints, and connective tissues are losing their elasticity due to a lack of daily movement stimulation. When muscles aren't properly stretched, they shorten, joints become dry and stiff, and the fascia, the layer surrounding your muscles, tightens up like an old rubber band. The result? Persistent aches and pains, a sluggish feeling in every step, a higher risk of falls due to poor balance. And most importantly, you start avoiding the activities you once loved. The good news is, you can regain your flexibility and strength without medications or expensive equipment. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day with 6 simple, safe, and effective isometric stretching exercises can make a big difference. A lighter, more flexible body, significantly reduced discomfort and pain, stronger, more confident steps every day. Stick with me, because up next, you'll learn all 6 of these exercises, ones you can start doing right at home. No gym, no gear needed, and they're perfect for anyone over 60. 2. Why our bodies stiffen up and how these 6 movements can reverse it. Imagine your body as a finely tuned machine. Every joint, every muscle group, every tendon is designed to move smoothly. But when that machine sits idle for too long, its lubricants dry up, gears start to rust, and movement becomes sluggish. Our bodies work the same way. When we're young, we move without thinking, fast walking, running, bending, twisting, reaching. But over time, especially after age 60, life slows down and we move less. The result? Muscles shorten and weaken due to lack of stretching and full-range use. Joints lose their synovial fluid, natural lubricant, increasing friction and causing stiffness or pain. The fascia, the connective tissue wrapping around muscles, dries up and tightens, making muscles harder to extend. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows just 4 to 6 weeks without flexibility training can significantly reduce mobility, leading to an unsteady gait, difficulty with everyday movements like bending, reaching, and twisting, up to a 30% increase in fall risk, and a noticeable drop in quality of life. The good news? Your body has an incredible ability to adapt. With the right type of movement, you can increase the elasticity of connective tissue, restore joint lubrication, improve blood and oxygen flow to every muscle fiber, reduce pain and inflammation while boosting balance. And that's where isometric stretching comes in. Unlike traditional stretching, which passively lengthens muscles, isometric stretching combines gentle muscle engagement with holding specific positions to activate both major and stabilizing muscles, building strength safely. Stretch muscles and fascia in a controlled way, minimizing injury risk. Stimulate blood circulation and neuromuscular response, enhancing reflexes and balance. The strength of isometric stretching lies in its adaptability. You don't need endurance, perfect joints, or any fancy equipment. Each move takes just 1 to 2 minutes, but targets areas often neglected, such as the spine and lower back, hips and groin, calves and heels, shoulders and neck. That's why I've selected the 6 most effective isometric stretching exercises for people over 60 based on 3 key criteria: scientifically backed benefits, improved strength, flexibility, and reduced pain. Ease of practice at home. No special tools or machines required. Safe and adjustable. Ideal for beginners or those recovering from minor injuries. Up next, we'll explore each move, the specific benefits it offers, and how to perform it correctly, so you can start seeing real results with just a few minutes a day. 3. Move 1. Cat, cow isometric stretch. If I could choose only one movement to wake up the spine each day, it would be the cat, cow isometric stretch. This gentle yet powerful variation of the classic yoga cat-cow pose has been adapted for adults over 60. It helps both stretch and activate the muscles along the spine and deep core muscles. How to do it? Sit on a sturdy chair or kneel on the floor with hands on the ground if your knees are healthy. Exhale, gently draw your belly in and round your back like a stretching cat. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. You should feel a stretch along your spine. Inhale, open your chest forward, lower your belly, and gently arch your back like a cow. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Repeat 6 to 8 times, breathing slowly and evenly. What makes this isometric version different is the gentle muscle engagement in each pose instead of just relaxing into the stretch. When you round your back, you activate your deep core and spinal muscles, helping to stabilize the spine. When you arch, your spinal joints open up, synovial fluid spreads more evenly, and friction, and the risk of degeneration, is reduced. Science-backed benefits. Reduces morning stiffness. A study in the Journal of Bodywork and Movement Therapies found that mobilization movements like cat-cow can improve circulation and reduce back pain by up to 40% after 4 weeks of regular practice. Improves posture. Activates the deep core, transverse abdominis, and spinal erector muscles, helping to keep your back straight and reduce slouching. Supports the nervous system. The slow, controlled movements and deep breathing stimulate the vagus nerve, helping lower stress and improve sleep. Safe modifications. If you have knee or wrist pain, do the stretch from a seated position. Let your back move while keeping hands and feet supported. Don't force a deep bend. Only move within a range that feels comfortable. Just 2 minutes a day with the cat-cow can help your spine feel more fluid, improve your posture, and ease the aches and stiffness that come from long periods of sitting. 4. Move 2. Calf isometric stretch. Have you ever noticed that after sitting for a long time, your legs feel heavy, your steps are sluggish, and your balance is off? Many people assume it's just age, weak knees, or overall decline. But in reality, a small group of muscles behind your legs, your calf muscles, play a huge role in your mobility, balance, and overall health. And when these muscles weaken or lose elasticity, not only does walking become harder, but issues like swollen ankles, nighttime cramps, or tingling when standing too long often follow. Your calves are made up of 2 main muscles: the gastrocnemius, the outer muscle that gives your calf its bell-like shape, and the soleus, a deeper muscle underneath. These muscles connect to your heel via the Achilles tendon, one of the strongest tendons in the body. Every time you walk, stand, or balance, these muscles engage constantly to support your body weight and keep you moving. But what many people don't know is that your calves also perform a hidden function. They act as a natural blood pump, helping return blood from your lower legs back to the heart. Think of your leg veins like a river flowing uphill. Gravity helps your heart send blood down to your feet, but getting blood back up requires help from your muscles, especially your calves. Every time you flex and extend your calves, the muscles press gently against your veins, pushing blood upward and preventing pooling in the lower limbs. That's why when you sit or stand too long, circulation slows down and your legs feel heavy, swollen, or fatigued. After age 60, we naturally move less, and our calves often don't get worked through their full range of motion. The muscles begin to shorten and tighten, the Achilles tendon stiffens, and the calves' blood pump weakens. This reduces leg circulation and increases the risk of swelling, pain, or even blood clots. Weaker calves also mean reduced stability. Just a small misstep or trip can make it harder to recover your balance, significantly raising the risk of falls, a leading cause of serious injury in older adults. The solution? The calf isometric stretch, a safe and effective movement that combines gentle stretching with isometric muscle engagement. Not only does this restore calf flexibility, but it also reactivates the natural pump, boosts circulation, eases leg fatigue, and strengthens the muscles to better support your knees and ankles. Unlike traditional passive stretching, this technique has you actively engage the muscle while stretching, like both lengthening and holding the muscle at once. This deep activation improves flexibility and strength safely. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that just 4 weeks of isometric-style calf stretching improved lower leg blood flow by up to 20% and significantly increased ankle mobility. How to do it. Stand near a wall or chair for balance. Step 1, leg back, toes pointing forward, heel touching the floor. Bend the front knee slightly and lean forward until you feel a stretch in the back calf. Instead of just holding, gently press the back heel into the floor, creating a mild isometric contraction, about 20 to 30% of your effort. Hold for 5 to 7 seconds. Relax for 3 seconds, then repeat 4 to 6 times. Breathe slowly and deeply throughout. The right breathing supports circulation and muscle relaxation. Alternate seated version, if standing is difficult. Sit and loop a towel or resistance band around your foot. Pull the toes gently toward you until you feel a stretch in the calf. Then, press the heel outward against the resistance, just lightly. Hold for a few seconds and release. This version is excellent if you have knee pain, lower back issues, or are recovering from injury. Important tips. Don't overstretch. The goal isn't pain. Aim for a gentle, comfortable stretch. Keep your foot aligned. Don't turn it in or out, as that puts uneven pressure on the Achilles. Never rush the movement. Controlled effort delivers the best results. Proven benefits: better circulation, reduced fatigue and swelling, stronger, more flexible calves, better knee and ankle support, up to 30% lower risk of falls in older adults, according to Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy. I once worked with a patient named Mr. Lamb, 68, who had nightly leg cramps and so much heaviness in his legs that even a 15-minute walk was exhausting. After just 6 weeks of daily calf isometric stretch, he reported lighter legs, fewer cramps, and was able to double his walking time. More importantly, he regained confidence and control over his body. So don't underestimate this simple stretch. It takes just a few minutes, no fancy tools, and delivers real results. When paired with the other 5 isometric movements in this series, you'll strengthen not just your calves, but your entire mobility, balance, and comfort. Make it a daily habit, morning for circulation, evening to relax, and prevent cramps. Just 1 to 2 minutes per leg, consistently practiced, can transform how you feel and move. No matter your age, your body can heal, strengthen, and become more flexible. You just have to begin. 5. Move 3. Butterfly isometric stretch. If the calves are the body's blood pumps, then the hips are its hinges. Every time you stand up, sit down, climb stairs, or bend to pick something up, your hips and hip joints coordinate with your lower back and legs to enable smooth movement. But when the hips become stiff, even simple motions can feel heavy and awkward, and they can cause pain in unexpected places like your lower back, knees, or even ankles. After age 60, the hips are one of the first areas to lose flexibility. And it's not just because of aging. It's mostly due to too much sitting and too little movement. When we sit, the hip flexors stay shortened for long periods, while the hip abductors and adductors, muscles that open the hips, are rarely stretched. Over time, this imbalance reduces joint mobility and compromises balance. One of the safest and most effective positions to open the hips, improve flexibility, and support everyday mobility is the butterfly stretch. And when combined with isometric activation, the effects are even deeper and safer for older adults. I once worked with a woman named Mrs. Hoa, age 65, who often felt her hips were locked, had trouble taking long steps, and experienced lower back pain after standing too long. After just 5 weeks of practicing the butterfly isometric stretch daily, she not only experienced less pain, but her stride felt longer and lighter. "Now I can sit on the floor and play with my grandkids without worrying about getting back up," she told me. How it works. In the butterfly position, soles of the feet together, knees dropped outward. The inner thigh muscles, adductors, are gently stretched. These are the same muscles that shorten from long periods of sitting. The pose also targets connective tissues, ligaments, and joint capsules around the hips, improving range of motion and relieving pressure on the lower back. In the isometric version, instead of just relaxing into the stretch, you apply gentle pressure. Place your hands on your knees, press them downward, while your legs push lightly upward against your hands. This dual action stretches and activates the inner thigh muscles at once. The result is stronger, more stable hips with less risk of injury. According to research in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, maintaining hip strength and flexibility is key to fall prevention in older adults. Flexible hips allow for longer steps, better rotational control, and less strain on knees and the lower back. How to perform it. Sit on the floor or a yoga mat. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees bent out to the sides. Pull your heels in gently until you feel a mild stretch. If your knees are high or hips feel tight, place pillows or folded towels under your knees for support. Place your hands on your knees and press down gently, while your knees push back up slightly, creating isometric tension. Hold for 5 to 7 seconds, relax for 3 seconds, and repeat 6 to 8 times. Breathe slowly and deeply. Focus on the stretch in your hips and inner thighs. Important note, you don't need to push your knees all the way to the floor like advanced yogis. The goal isn't depth, it's controlled activation and stretch to help your body gradually open up. In fact, many of my patients notice that after just 2 to 3 months of regular practice, their knees naturally lower without pain or excess effort. Extra benefits. Beyond flexibility, this stretch also improves leg circulation, reduces pressure in veins, and can help prevent varicose veins, a common issue in older adults. Better circulation means lighter legs, less swelling, and more energy for daily activities. Another often overlooked advantage, it helps with posture and pelvic stability. When the hips are open and balanced, the pelvis stays properly aligned, reducing strain on the lower spine. This is especially helpful if you experience lower back pain or hip fatigue from prolonged sitting. I recommend doing the butterfly isometric stretch at least once daily, either in the morning to loosen the hips or in the evening to unwind and release muscle tension. If you have time, doing both is even better. Each session only takes 2 to 3 minutes, but the long-term benefits are substantial. If you're just starting and your hips are tight, don't get discouraged. You may only be able to open your knees a little at first, and that's okay. That tightness is your body telling you it needs care. Be patient, stay consistent, and listen to your body. Within a few weeks, you'll sit more comfortably, move more freely, and feel significantly less tension in everyday movements. And best of all, when your hips are flexible, your whole body feels unlocked. Your walk, your posture, and even your ability to participate in the activities you love, everything becomes easier. The butterfly isometric stretch is your key to that freedom, and it only takes a few minutes a day. 6. Move 4. Child's pose isometric stretch. If there's one position that allows your body to completely relax while gently healing areas that have been tight for years, it's the child's pose, a foundational yoga posture. But when enhanced with isometric engagement, this stretch becomes far more than just a way to rest. It transforms into a powerful tool for deeply stretching and gently activating the muscles supporting your back, hips, shoulders, and even your breathing system. Imagine this familiar scenario. After a long day of standing or sitting at a desk, your body feels compressed. Your lower back aches, your hips are stiff, and your shoulders feel like they're carrying heavy weights. You try to stretch it out, but the tension remains. This is exactly when the child's pose isometric stretch can make a real difference. The basic pose is simple. Kneel down, sit back on your heels, then slowly fold forward until your forehead touches the floor or a cushion. Extend your arms forward or place them by your sides. Even this alone gives a gentle stretch to your spine, hips, and shoulders. But when you add an isometric element, pressing your fingertips lightly into the floor while reaching forward, you create active engagement in the shoulders and upper back while still stretching. Biologically, this creates a chain reaction of benefits. Isometric pressure activates stabilizing muscles along the spine and shoulders, strengthening areas often overlooked in passive stretching. The forward fold releases tension in the lower back and hips. Combined, this movement helps decompress the body and calm the nervous system. Studies published in the Journal of Bodywork and Movement Therapy show that daily child's pose practice significantly reduces chronic back pain, improves forward bending, and increases hip mobility within 4 weeks. When paired with deep, slow breathing, this posture also stimulates the vagus nerve, a key part of the parasympathetic nervous system, helping lower heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and bring a sense of calm. Many people initially treat this pose as just a rest stop between exercises. But after applying isometric techniques, they often discover its deeper recovery power. For example, I worked with Ms. Han, 70, who suffered from lower back arthritis and relied on pain medication every night. After doing the child's pose isometric stretch before bed each night, she reported less pain, deeper sleep, and a much lighter body upon waking. "I never imagined lying still like that could make me feel better," she said. One of the best things about this stretch is how adaptable it is. If you have knee pain, place a pillow or folded blanket between your calves and thighs to reduce pressure. If your hips are tight, spread your knees apart and reach your arms forward to create more space for your torso. If your shoulders are sore, you can place your arms alongside your body instead of reaching forward. How long to hold it? I recommend staying in the pose for at least 1 minute to allow your body to fully relax and connective tissue to lengthen. During the isometric version, alternate between pressing your fingertips into the floor for 5 to 7 seconds and relaxing for 3 seconds. Repeat this 3 to 4 times per session. You'll feel it immediately. Your lower back will feel lighter, your hips looser, your shoulders relaxed, and your breathing deeper. Over time, consistent practice improves flexibility, reduces pain, and acts as a physical and mental reset button. Picture this. It's evening, the lights are soft, and everything is quiet. You fold into child's pose, breathing slowly and fully. With every exhale, you release the tension of the day. With every inhale, you renew your energy. When you rise, you'll feel recharged, ready for restful sleep and full recovery. Best of all, child's pose requires no strength or flexibility to begin. Anyone, at any fitness level, can do it. And when combined with the other 5 movements in the isometric stretching series, it brings balance to your entire body, improves circulation, reduces muscle tension, and enhances daily recovery. So don't underestimate this quiet pose. Try child's pose isometric stretch daily, and you may find that true healing and strength often begin in stillness. 7. Move 5. Supine twist isometric stretch. Many people over 60 have grown so accustomed to dull aches in the lower back, hips, or even down the legs that they assume it's just a natural part of aging. But in truth, much of this discomfort and stiffness stems from one simple cause. The spine and surrounding muscles become stuck in one position for too long, losing their natural ability to rotate and twist. When was the last time you twisted your body to reach something behind you, or rolled gently onto your side and rotated your spine? For most of us, these once natural movements are slowly disappearing from daily life. As a result, our spinal joints become stiff, paraspinal and oblique muscles lose elasticity, and tightness builds across the lower back and hips. That's why the supine twist, a lying spinal twist, is often called natural medicine for the lower back and spine. And when enhanced with isometric engagement, this stretch not only elongates muscles and opens joints, but also activates the core stabilizers that help improve posture and relieve pressure on the spine. Picture this. You're lying comfortably on a soft mat. One knee is pulled toward your chest, then gently guided across your body. Your shoulders remain grounded as your gaze turns in the opposite direction. This is the classic supine twist, a pose that creates a deep, pleasant stretch along the spine, hips, and even chest. But in the isometric version, once your leg is crossed over, you gently push it back toward the center using your hip and core muscles, while your hand or body weight keeps it in place. This subtle resistance triggers safe muscle activation and deepens the effect. What's even more interesting is the neurological effect of this stretch. According to studies in the Journal of Manipulative and Physiological Therapeutics, gentle spinal twists stimulate the vagus nerve, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest, recovery, and digestion system. That's why many people feel not just physically relieved, but also calmer and more grounded after practicing this movement. One of my patients, Mr. Min, 72, had avoided bending or twisting for years due to chronic lower back pain. He feared it might worsen his condition. But after doing the supine twist isometric stretch just 30 seconds per side, twice a day for 5 weeks, he reported reduced pain and regained confidence in daily movements like tying his shoes or reaching for low shelves. This stretch also helps rebalance the body. Most of us favor one side in daily life, carrying a bag, twisting to one direction, or sleeping on one side. Over time, this causes one side of the body to become tighter and less mobile. Performing the supine twist on both sides helps restore symmetry and balance. How to do it? Lie flat on your back on a mat or firm bed. Bend your right knee, pull it toward your chest, then slowly guide it across your body to the left. Your left hand can rest on your knee to keep it in place, while your right arm extends out to the side. Turn your head gently to the right. Now, gently press your knee back toward the center using your hip and core, but only about 20 to 30% effort. Let your hand resist the movement slightly. Hold the tension for 5 to 7 seconds, relax for a few seconds, and repeat 3 to 4 times before switching sides. Modifications. If your knee doesn't lower comfortably, place a pillow or folded towel under it. Keep both shoulders on the floor. The more contact your upper back has with the ground, the more effective the spinal stretch. Breathe deeply and slowly throughout. Added benefits. This movement also supports digestive health. The gentle pressure on the abdomen encourages blood flow to digestive organs and boosts gut motility. Many people report feeling lighter and more comfortable after twisting. The supine twist isometric stretch is a perfect example of how a simple movement can deliver multiple benefits at once. Relieve lower back and hip pain. Improve spinal flexibility. Strengthen deep core stabilizers. Stimulate the relaxation response. Support digestion, all without strain or equipment. You don't need to twist far or push hard. The key is gentle, consistent effort, tuning in to your body each day. I recommend practicing this stretch in the morning to wake up your spine, or in the evening to release tension built up throughout the day. Just 1 to 2 minutes per side, combined with calm breathing, can dramatically improve how your body feels and moves. When paired with other stretches like cat-cow, calf stretch, butterfly, and child's pose, you'll be building a complete mobility routine that supports your spine, hips, and legs, the 3 pillars of freedom and stability as we age. 8. Move 6. Wall press isometric stretch. When people think of stretching and strengthening, they usually focus on the back, hips, or legs. But there's one crucial area that's often overlooked, yet essential for posture, shoulder health, neck comfort, and even proper breathing: the chest and front shoulders. After 60, many of us start to develop a forward-rounded posture, shoulders slouched, chest collapsed, and head jutting forward. It's not just age. It's the result of daily habits like prolonged sitting, leaning forward to read, using phones, and simply not engaging or opening the chest regularly. This posture not only affects appearance but limits deep breathing, reduces oxygen intake, and places strain on the neck and upper spine. I worked with a 67-year-old woman named Mrs. 2, who was active but suffered from frequent neck soreness, shoulder tightness, and shortness of breath when climbing stairs. I noticed her shoulders were slightly hunched forward, with tight chest muscles and weakened upper back muscles. We began with a simple movement: the wall press isometric stretch, standing against a wall, opening the shoulders, and pressing the arms gently backward. After just 6 weeks, her posture improved significantly, her breathing became deeper, and her shoulder tension nearly disappeared. How to do it? Stand with your back against a wall, heels about 2 to 3 inches, 5 to 8 centimeters, from the wall for balance. Press your lower back and head lightly into the wall, without tilting your head back. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees, forming a goalpost shape with your arms. Gently press your elbows and forearms backward into the wall, while at the same time, your chest and front shoulders apply a light force forward, as if resisting the wall. Hold this isometric tension for 5 to 7 seconds, then relax for 3 seconds. Repeat 6 to 8 times. This gentle opposition creates isometric activation. Your chest and front shoulders are both stretched and activated, while your upper back and postural muscles, like the rhomboids and trapezius, engage to open the chest and realign the shoulders. Scientific support. Research from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research shows that isometric chest and shoulder stretching improves external shoulder rotation, reduces stress on the neck and upper spine, and increases breathing efficiency by expanding the rib cage. With the chest and shoulders unlocked, the diaphragm can move more freely, allowing for deeper, slower breathing, which reduces stress and enhances circulation. An often overlooked benefit? Improved balance. When your chest is lifted and shoulders are pulled back, your center of gravity shifts slightly backward, creating a more even weight distribution across your feet. This is especially helpful for older adults, because forward-leaning posture puts more weight on the toes, increasing fall risk during walking or prolonged standing. When to practice? Do this at least once a day, especially if you sit often or work at a desk. Morning, to open up the body and set your posture for the day. Evening, to unwind tension built up in the shoulders and chest. If you experience shoulder or neck pain, start gently, using only 20 to 30% effort, and gradually increase hold times as your body adjusts. Seated version for better support. Sit in a sturdy chair with a straight back. Press your upper back and head against the wall behind you. Perform the same motion with your arms and breath. This variation reduces pressure on the legs and helps maintain alignment. You've made it. We've now completed our journey through all 6 isometric stretching movements, gentle exercises that hold the power to deeply restore your body. With just a few minutes a day, you can improve flexibility, build strength, reduce pain, and regain confidence in every step you take. Remember, these aren't quick fixes or one-off exercises. They're habits you can carry for life. No matter your age, your body still has the ability to adapt and recover as long as you give it the chance. You don't need a fancy gym or expensive equipment. All you need is a small space, a few moments of focus, and a bit of consistency. As you've seen, each movement has its purpose. Cat. Cow awakens the spine, making your back more mobile and fluid. Calf stretch reactivates the blood pump in your legs, easing cramps and boosting circulation. Butterfly stretch opens tight hips, improves flexibility, and relieves lower back pressure. Child's pose relaxes the whole body, releases tension, and deepens your breathing. Supine twist restores spinal rotation, balances both sides of your body, and aids digestion. Wall press opens the chest, improves posture, and helps you stand tall and breathe freely. You don't need to start with all 6 today. Just pick 2 or 3 movements that feel the most comfortable and build from there. The key isn't doing more right away, it's doing them consistently. Now I want you to imagine a future just 4 to 6 weeks from now. You wake up in the morning and rise from bed without stiffness or heaviness. You walk with ease, climb a few stairs without getting winded. You play with your grandkids, tidy up your home, enjoy a stroll with friends. All with more comfort, stability, and energy. And it all starts with one small decision today, to begin. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe to the Senior Vitality Now channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Every week, I'll share new exercises, nutrition tips, and healthy living strategies to help you stay strong, confident, and joyful at any age. Share this video with your friends and loved ones, especially those dealing with back pain, stiffness, or fear of losing mobility. Sometimes, one simple video can reignite someone's hope and motivation to start making a change. And most importantly, I want you to remember this. Your body still has so much to give you. You just need to start caring for it today. Each movement you do isn't just muscle activation. It's your commitment to living strong, living free, and living fully. So, which stretch will you try first? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read every single one and will be here to support you on this journey back to vitality. See you in the next video from Senior Vitality Now. And remember, age is just a number. Health is your choice.